Larvas in a week time will be caterpillars. Caterpillars eat the mulberry leaves, and whenever they're grown enough, like that size, they cover themselves with silk for the second week. And the last week, as a result of a mutation, there'll be muffs. They open a hole and they fly. And if there's a hole on the cocoon, this cocoon is useless for us because the line is broken all the time. That's why every year we collect 60% of the cocoons, and the rest 40% we leave for the life cycle of the process, which is done under the control of the Turkish state. After collecting them, we have steam rooms. We put the cocoons inside the steam rooms, give them a steam. Unfortunately, the grabs not alive inside anymore. And then we have big kettles with the hot water. We heat the cocoons about 30 minutes inside, and then with the help of the simple brush, we catch the first silk lines. The last 3,000 years, there is no machines discovered for this process, and that's why still we do the same thing with the oldest, simplest ways. That's the way to catch the first silk line. Silk sounds fragile, but silk is the most natural fiber, strong fiber all around the world. That's why the last 150 years, all of the threads of the parachutes made from pure silk, Aedes and the last 50 years, American Army using a bulletproof jackets made from silk, and the last 60 years, firemen wearing special clothes made with silk, because silk never burns at the same time. The first few feet will be eliminated and known as raw silk part. This is the irregular part of the silk. We couldn't use that part, that's why we eliminate, but nothing wasted in this process. We collect them in here and sell it to the textile fabrics. The silk blouses, ties, scarves are made of that kind of silk. We need more proper lines to weave the silk carpets, and the process will start about like 20 up to 25 cocoon lines come together, twisted to each other. Then we obtain a line like this, and you can touch and feel the strength of the silk lines if you wish. You want to feel it?
Get in there.
Quite strong. Takes about like 5 to 6 minutes to take the silk, all the silk on it. And after 5 minutes time, you can see the grabs inside. But to make the process quicker, we cut one of them, and you can see the grab inside. This is the grab. So the grabs are used for fishing purposes near the seaside over there, for fishing. So professionally collect them in here and sell it to the cosmetic fabrics, because whenever you squeeze the grab, you can see the oily thing coming inside the grab, and that's the base element of the lipsticks actually. Any questions? No. So this is good for me. That means I did it well.
You did a good job.
Oh, okay, thank you. So you can touch it. Yeah. Do it like this. Okay. So you see one of the grabs in here? Inside. This is the finished one. So the silk line is finished on this one. Now this room is reserved for us. Janan is working with us 25 years, and she's one of the master weavers of the establishment. First of all, let me explain what master weaver means. Master weavers started to weave carpets at 18 years old, and first of all, they start to weave the simple design bold carpets, bold design carpets with wool, and if they succeed in weaving wool on wool with big bold geometrical designs for 5 years long, then they upgrade themselves to weave much more intricate ones like this. Another 5 years, and totally they got 10 years of experience, and they'll be the master weavers of the establishment. Master weaver means they are the most talented and the experienced ladies in this art weaving form. This one is 100% silk on silk, everything is silk, vertical threads, horizontal threads, and pile, all silk. And the most interesting thing is the knotting technique. Only in Turkey, in here, we use double knotting technique, and double knotting technique all around the world known and named as Gordian knotting technique. You can remember from the history of the Gordian sword that put on a rug and nobody take it out, and works like this. Whenever you're supposed to hold my fingers are the vertical threads of the rug, it's wrapped around two adjacent bars like this. So both sides secured on this one. And it's impossible for you to pull it out. It's like a tie. And at the end of the day, we have more labor, more material, more stronger carpet. That's why the average lifetime for each pure silk carpet is about 200 years lifetime. And after 50 years, named as semi-antique. After 100 years, known as an antique one. That's why those will be the family valuables, heirlooms for your families. Of course, when the professional ladies weaving the simple design carpets like this, they don't use the pattern outline. They retain the patterns in their memories. However, personal feelings with the taste of the weaver may reflect along with the traditional patterns. That's why each one is unique and cannot be duplicated. For this one, they use pattern outline because the fineness of this one is 650 knots per square inch. On this one, about 50 knots per square inch. And in that case, we don't have, unfortunately, an online website because if you got double click on any of those items, there is no second one. That's why we one by one present you. If you own one of those items, that's the only one you own all around the world. There is no second one. Of course, we use some simple equipment to weave the carpets. When the ladies finish the first line of knots all the way through, we have double backing in here. They pass the horizontal thread in between the double backing. Arkasını geçirelim ablacığım. If you want to see, you can come closer and see as well. It's a fine one. So this is the double knot. This is the double backing. And whenever they do the knot, they choose one from front, one from back, and then they do the knot.
How much does a rug cost?
Rug cost, depending to the size, depending to the density of knots. Let me explain like this. We have rugs for everyone's budget. We have rugs for a couple $100. We have rugs for a couple $1,000. We have rugs for a couple 10 grands as well. Depending to material, number of knots, and the labor goes on to those ones individually. When the ladies pass the horizontal thread in between the double backing by using simple heavy iron comb, they beat it downwards to fix the knots. Because of the simple process, the ladies couldn't swap the looms. They have to start and finish. Reason, whenever they swap, bead tension varies. So you can see irregularities. That's why I started and finished by the same line. It's like knitting. If you knit some, half of it, pass it to your friend, then you see irregularities before. It's the same thing. And they beat it down. Of course, if they are working alone without us by themselves, they put their husband's photo in here because they are left and sit down over there and beat it down like that. And afterwards, they cut it with the adjustable carpet scissors. So you can see the regular pile and the design of the carpet. And this process will go until the end of the carpet. First of all, knot by knot, and then line by line, so you can see the whole thing. Keselim.
How long does it take to make one, maybe this size that she's...
Let me show the finished one.
Okay.
This is the finished one, more or less the same size, with 650 knots. Ladies, master weavers working about maximum 3 hours in front of the silk looms, not to damage their eyesight, so their fingers and hurt their backs. By working 3 hours in one day, this example is containing 700,000 knots and needs about like more than 6 months of labor to finish. And you can have that kind of intricacy.
Oh.
And they use the heavy iron comb, so you can see the color change.
Oh.
The pal is angled on one side with an angle of 45 degrees. So one side absorbs, the other side reflects the light. That's why different colors can be seen, and they say that Oriental carpets are magic. The reality is the knotting technique in here. This one 7 months with 650 knots per square inch, 7 months labor to finish. If it's a wool one, about the same size.
How much then? How much money?
I will explain.
Oh.
This one is wool, 650 knots, 65 knots. So 10 times less in labor. So 10 times less in price, equivalent to the labor wise. 100% wool, all the wool used is hand spun, and the dyes are all natural earth dyes. Açalım abi. And this one needs about 50 days to finish. 6 months, 50 days. Of course, there's a huge difference in between price. That's why we never compare silk with a wool or wool with a silk one. Two separate things like apple and orange.
Are the lower knot numbers always made by wool, or?
Yes, because silk is thinner. That's why the maximum high knot count you can find in silk, 3,500 knots per square inch, which you can see in the record Guinness book, produced in Turkey. And that's the finest one. For the wool ones, the finest one will be about like 250, 300. If it's wool or cotton, maximum 500 knots, which the nature allows us to weave. Squeeze that kind of knots for the different materials. But lifetime will be 200 years, lifetime will be 150 years. Yes, please.
What about cleaning?
Cleaning for daily cleaning, you can use local cleaners. No problem. If there is any stains.
Yes.
If there is any stains, please throw it away. Come back to Turkey. So cleaning is easy. We give you the cleaning instructions, but simple with the parentheses.
So I can't get one until I have no more kids or pets.
Pets couldn't give any damage.
No, just get rid of your kids and pets.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be too.
Shoot the pets.
But not on the carpet, because you don't want to stain it.
Okay. So those are with baby shampoo, like Johnson & Johnson. Just the stain part, you rub it gently, let it dry. That's it.
Does it affect the dyes?
If you use chemicals, yes. If it's natural soap or baby shampoo like Johnson & Johnson, nothing happens. And whenever you break the pile first horizontally and then vertically, you can see the double nuts in here. And if you hold one of the nuts, even one that's enough to carry all the carpet, nothing happens. That's why the pets couldn't give any damage to the any.
Even with the cat claws?
Impossible. That's cool. It's all warranty. That's why each purchase of yours comes with the International Certificate of Authenticity, which you can find all the details with the photo of your item. Bir tane sertifika getirin abi. Let me show an example for the certificate. And this certificate is valid internationally, all around the world. In the future, if you would like to trade or sell, then those certificate of authenticity is valid internationally in any auction place. By showing, declaring this, and you can trade or sell, depending to you.
My grandma had a carpet like this, but I'm sure it wasn't from Turkey.
Any questions?
What is the largest one you all have done?
Excuse me?
What is the largest one you've done?
The largest one in Turkey will be about like 38 square meters. So they do this, and whenever they try to take the carpet outside, then they take the wool out and then take the loom out, and they do this like this. That's an exceptional. In here we have the oversizes as well. The good news, in your countries, in Europe or in the United States, wherever you live, if you would like to own an oversized carpet rug, then you pay oversized charge value, about 25 up to 30%. In here, we are the producer working with 3,500 ladies in here, and there is no oversized charge value. Whatever the size for the small one, it's proportional for the big size. So you automatically save 25 up to 30% for the oversizes, for your information. Any other, this is the certificate, which you can see the photo, authorized signatures, and trim, excuse me, and the specifications of the rug. This is the lamb's wool one. We are working different wool qualities. This is silk.
I just want to take a picture of both ones
The
together.
picture never gives the same pleasure as the real one.
No.
Get the real one.
I agree. I totally agree.
So for those ones, let me show you. I hold one of the fringes in here. Okay? One fringe is enough to carry all the carpet. You couldn't break it. If you try hard, then you cut your fringe. Yes, nothing happens. And for the wool ones, the flexibility is like this.
Silk are so much cooler.
Nasıl iyi mi böyle tiyatro seyreder gibi? So whatever you do, you jump on it. Jump on it means put heavy furniture, dining table, or chair, or couch. There'll be no marks because of the angled file. So whenever you open it, aç abi, you have the same straight shape. That's why those can go longer than 150 years for the wool ones. The silk ones is a little bit more durable than 200 years for the silk ones. Kaldırabilirsiniz. If no questions, then she has to join to another party, and we will continue on. First of all, taking your orders for the drinks. Tamam, gidebilir. We have cold apple tea, more than 4 million nuts, and needs about like 3 years worth of patience to finish. That's the most sophisticated design. Don't compare the price of the silk and the material with the other ones. Those are exceptionals. Those are the finest creative items. Buyurun. And the huge color change can be seen. Değiştirelim renklerini.
Yeah,
Very dark and light colors you can see.
that's cool.
And different ones are coming. Those are all produced in the workshops. That means the master weavers are coming to the workshops and do the production stuff in the workshops. And different sizes we have. We have runner shape, dining room sizes, wall hangings, table runners, lots of different ones you can see.
That's cool.
Yes.
I don't know if this is a silly question. Do you sell more for the wall hangings or for the floor? Or is it?
Either one. So either one. Especially for the silk, either one. If you ask for the other materials like woolen or wool cotton, then less for wall hangings, more for larger hangings. And that one is a homemade one, meaning that we support the loom merchandise, which is woolen cotton, and they work back at the houses. There is no need to come here. Take care of the kids, do the housework, and produce the carpets. Hand spinning yarn and all natural earth dyes. That's why, buyurun, you can see color variations. It's not a fake or a mistake, just improving that. Those are natural dyed items. And of course, you can see the color change on the wool ones because of the lanolin demand inside the wool. Very dark and light colors can be seen. That's a flowery one, like carnations, roses, plum blossoms, tulips, forget-me-nots, showing the happiness of the weaver's family. Açalım abi. This one is the sheep's wool quality. Now the coming one is baby lamb's wool quality. Longer pile, floppy and softer compared to the sheep's wool one. Açalım. And that one is the softest rug that you can ever step on it, which is 100% Angora goat's wool. Please feel free to come and walk on the rug with or without your shoes and feel the texture of those 3 different ones.
Take my shirt off and lay it
Shirt off, red.
How much for a magic carpet?
The magic carpet is coming. It's the flying one, the magic one.
That's right.
Flying one. Evet, hiç sorma. This is without the borders. 99% of the rugs produced with the borders. This is without the borders. And if it's without the borders, rug seems larger, room seems larger, and you have a relaxing effect. Açalım abi. Angora goes through with a classical design.
How many do you export of these?
So explore it. It's depending to you. and your group friends.
Ah.
And we export it exactly.
But you sell them all over the world. I mean.
All over the world, mostly United States and Canada, and then the European countries.
You sell
Now
one to
become-
Putin?
Excuse
Does
me?
Putin have one in Russia?
So
Putin?
I don't know Russian. Sorry about that.
Oh my gosh.
Ben şimdi Türkçe söyleyeceğim de ayıp olacak biliyor musun?
Heads up, Pete. Here comes the road.
It looks soft. It just looks soft.
Is this silk? This silk?
No.
This is wool.
So this is the different design of the black one here.
Uh-huh.
It's the Angora goat's wool. This is traditional pattern. This one is classical pattern with medallion and flowers. And this is my favorite. On this one specification, there is no dyes. All natural sheep's wool itself. So aç abi bakayım. Brown from brown sheep,
Wow.
beige from beige sheep, gray from retired sheep.
Oh, I just got
More than half is listening to me. That's
Ah, no. Sales pitch.
How long did this one take to make?
So for those kind of sizes, 3 ladies work together because one lady can work about 3 feet width whenever you calculate the shoulders. So 3 ladies side by side, keep their sides, prefer to be good friends because spending a lot of time together.
Yes.
And
How long did it take the 3 ladies?
3 ladies on this one, 6 months to finish. And this one is 8 by 10. And if you would like to inform some of the prices, 8 by 10 size is a mid quality, will be $5,750 US for this one. Colors and designs different will be available. Hundreds of them we can show you in those sizes. This is 8 by 10, sorry. And this one is 9 by 12. We take a little break for the drinks and then continue.